Yes, yes, what's going on, people? Good to see you back in the space. I believe I entitled this one, Why You're Experiencing Loneliness as a Man. And it's just part of the journey, it's a natural part of it. And like for me, like when I was there, like deep in it, I just didn't understand. It's like this lonely part of the journey. No one understands you, no one gets you, you're trying to communicate, but it's like you have no one to talk to. Like, who do you speak to when you're in this space? And that's what I really want to chop it up and get into. Like just get deep in. And like before, like we go deeper in, I just want to say that for me, one thing that I experienced a lot of the time when I was in that place was that there's this constant like need to know, like for clarity, to feel understood, to feel like there's some sort of connection. Like it's like there's no connection with anyone. There's no connection to anything. There's no links. So, and when you're in that space, you can even be in and around people and still feel lonely because that connection's not there. You can go for a walk, come back in, and still like there's no answers. So that where do the answers come from? How do you become connected? What is it that this loneliness is trying to show you, to tell you? It doesn't happen for no reason. There's a purpose behind it. It's trying to communicate something. And when you do experience loneliness, yeah, I'm telling you, you're in a good place, because what comes after that, if you're able to connect, yeah, that's what you're looking for and that's what you want. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. What's going on? My name's Christopher Daniels and I help people to overcome self-sabotage and live a purpose-driven life. And I do that both through mindset coaching and content creation, yeah? So today, again, we're going to be talking about why you're experiencing loneliness as a man, yeah? And we're going to get deep into like how you can break through and what it actually means. If you're new here, before I even get into it, I just want to say welcome to you and welcome back to anybody that's been here before, yeah? Loneliness, yeah? 2021, like for me personally, I decided to travel to Ghana for a year. And I didn't go with my people. I didn't really know too many people out there. That's where I'm from originally, so I got family out there. But I was in the capital, and most of my family's in the central region of Ghana, like around Cape Coast. And I connected with family on my mum's side, which are from the capital. And a lot of them I was meeting for the first time. That was a great experience. But other than that, like there was no other like deep connection. So my dad was around, and then I didn't really know too many people, and I was there for a year. So what did that mean for me? That meant building new connections, building new relationships, and a lot of the time, me being introverted, I'm not really about going out and about and searching for these things. So there were a lot of lonely moments in there for me, where I just go back in, like I was. What am I doing all of this for? Like, what is the purpose of all of this? And inside of that, there was a lot of like frustration. There was a lot of like me getting annoyed. There was a lot of me like, again, just trying to understand what was going on. And I couldn't seem to get to the point. And then it started to hit me, started to dawn on me like what was actually happening. And it was just me connecting with me, understanding me. Yeah, that's literally it. Connecting with me and understanding me. I feel like a lot of the time what happens is we try to build relationships with people outside. We try to connect with people outside without first understanding our mechanics, what frustrates us, what ticks us off, what gets us annoyed. And it's like the loneliness comes from us not even engaging with ourselves, first and foremost. That us not engaging with ourselves. Like, what do I actually like to do? That's the question that I began to have, like, asking myself. Because before, when I was out there, it was kind of like, okay, cool. What's fun to do? What would people want to do? How do I engage with people? How do I connect with people? If I don't know how to connect with myself, how can I connect with anyone else? And that's why you can sit in a space and feel lonely, because if you were connected to yourself, how could you feel lonely? If you knew yourself, how could you feel lonely? Because you're not alone, like you're there, you're by yourself, you know what I'm saying to you, you're a whole person, you're a spirit, you're an entity, that's you. Like, you feeling lonely when you're around people just shows that there's no connection. You want to feel a connection, but you haven't connected within. And that's where it all taught me, that's where it came down. I'll get frustrated when people didn't understand me, not knowing that I didn't even understand myself first. So that's what it comes down to, yeah, when we break it down. Loneliness comes down to you not understanding yourself, yeah? And the more that you first and foremost begin to understand yourself, then others can come in and understand you and connect with you and be like, yeah, I get you. I'm dealing with your vibe. I vibe with you. But first and foremost, you need to know what you like, you know? You need to know what annoys you, what frustrates you. You need to know, like, again, it's all of these different parts of yourself, so that when you're in different spaces, you can connect and you can pick up on things. But in order to do that, like I said, I went away to find this out. And because I went away, I was able to be in a space where there was no distractions. I wasn't distracted by day-to-day life. I wasn't distracted by my daily habits, because you can't rely on your daily habits when you're in a new space. You cannot. Your daily habits go out the window. And the reason for that is because, say for example, now I come out, I go to cook, and then I've got a certain routine, I go to the gym, that all goes out the window when you're in another space. You can recreate it, but it's not going to be the same. You're engaging with new people, you've got to travel a different way. And like for me, that was a big part of it. Like leaving like my hometown, or where I was raised, I should say, to go somewhere else, helped me to just connect with myself, because I've got to do everything differently. I've got to think now, you know? I've got to think. And when I began to think, I started to realize that that's where it all was. I just haven't connected. I just didn't know myself. I just didn't know who I was. And by not knowing who I was, how could I feel connected to anything, you know? So the first relationship that you have to build is that relationship with yourself. It's so cliche. You probably heard it all the time, but it's true. I experienced it firsthand, it's true. Without that relationship with yourself, every other relationship's going to be superficial. Superficial, yeah? Because you're building it on a surface, on a foundation that's not solid. You're building it on a foundation that you haven't really created yourself, you know? It's just been there for you, like a preset. But once you understand that foundation and you built it, you've designed it, like you're the architect, you know? Everything changes. Everything completely changes. There's a major shift in that, yeah? So my main thing for you, my main message, and what I want you to go away with, if you're dealing with loneliness on any level, is just building that relationship with you. Start going out more, like by yourself even. Go to cinema by yourself, go to restaurants by yourself, like just do things by yourself, like go kayaking, go hiking, like just do things that you haven't done before that's outside of your comfort zone, and you might find some new interests, yeah? Like if you're doing the same things over and over again, are they things that you want to do, or are they just things that you're used to doing, you know? These are questions that you need to ask yourself. And once you begin doing things that you want to do, that's when the shift occurs, you get what I'm saying? And that's the major thing, like tapping into your world, creating your world, and stepping out of any pre-designed world that you're currently in, you know? It's about you, it's for you, so, you know? It's up to you to make it about you, you know? Better using that, innit? Better using that, you feel me? Like, that's just where it is, that's where it comes down to, really and truly, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, don't stress, don't panic, just make sure that you make it about you, yeah? Literally, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the future videos. And having said that, I will see you again very shortly, yeah? Blessings.